Hello. Today is December 13, so that means it's 12 days until Christmas. My name is Maria Ortiz. You can find me on social media as Maria Speakslove. So, what is our central tag today? It is it's breathing and feeling alive and feeling your blood circulating your veins and feeling your heart breathing and appreciating life, appreciating the opportunity to still be here. What is the purpose of us breathing? Is keeping us alive. Because if we weren't able to breathe, we wouldn't be able to survive. We need our breath more than we need food, more than we need water. And we're always counting that the next breath is going to be there. And how long is it going to take for us to not be able to breathe and actually having to change form? How important is it for you to breathe, to know that people is alive and in their little, sometimes you'll come to the bed and they are sleeping, and especially when they're sick, you're worried. And sometimes what we do is you come to the bed and you get close, and so you can hear or you can feel their breath. And it's so important that we appreciate our breath, that we appreciate the opportunity that we have to live. Look at my background, there is Santa. Santa and snow. Some countries have snow, other countries don't have it. And how do you feel about days with snow? Do you like them? Do you enjoy them? How long has it been since you haven't been stepping on the snow or placing your hands like this to feel it in your hands? How long has it been since they haven't rained snow for you? Where were you living when that happened? Who were you with? How were you feeling that time when there was snow? And what can you do today if you wanted to have a similar feeling? Who will you go to? Will you take yourself? Will taking yourself will be good enough or not? Who will you take uh, to remember a snow? Or is it not a pleasant memory for you, and why? What happened? Sometimes circumstances in life are hard to deal with because they are attached to a painful memory. And all those painful memories sometimes make us cry. And this time of the year is a time that is very vulnerable for many people because they remember their loved ones who passed away and they're not able to share with them anymore. Even one season to another one, like basically a change of a season from any season to another one is a change. But imagine from a Christmas to another Christmas where you don't have a person that you dearly love and you wish that they will be here and your life changed it completely because they are not present anymore. Sometimes it could be beneficial, but sometimes it's not. You know, we dearly miss people that we used to love, and we just got so used of their ways, the ways they show love and appreciation, the way we used to do things together, the way things make sense when we were cooperating with each other, and we miss those connections. But you're always able to do new connections, to form new connections. But how open are you to do that? How hurt are you that it seems impossible? And processes sometimes take a while. It can take years, it can take months, it can take as fast as you meet someone that light up the fire on you and gets you going and gets you willing to risk it all again. And there are those people that cross our paths in our lives, and they come with the purpose of not letting us being still, that we need to be in movement. And many times we can go to work and be very successful and have a lot of money, but our relationships are lacking quality time. Our relationships are lacking demonstrations of love, appreciation, and people who we love or share time with sometimes is very limited, or they don't know that really good part of us that we show when we go to work, or when we go to the business, or when we go to people that doesn't know us. It's easier to be kinder to other people who doesn't know us because you only do it for a while, few minutes, while you're talking or whatever. But when you're living with people, it's harder because you go through the whole variety of feelings and emotions. So they get to see the full song. Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's yelling, sometimes it's mad, sometimes it's aggravated, and sometimes it's crying. So people who lives with us gets to know all the rhythm of emotions that we go through. And there are seasons in our life where we cry so much, or we're mad, we're constantly yelling, or we don't want to get up, we don't want to do much. I seen a change in society where people's houses now are not that clean, and a lot of it is because we spend big amounts of time in social media, posting, looking what other people is posting, comparing ourselves, and doing what we think is best for us and other people. And we're constantly on social media, so a lot of our time is spent in internet, and it's not necessarily learning something all the time. So what happened is that we have changing our priorities. What used to be our priorities back in the day is not anymore. We're not even eating on time when we're hungry because we're so busy. We're keeping on doing internet tasks in social media, and promoting ourselves, and checking uh, who posted and what. We're checking on other people's lives and other people's feelings. And sometimes the regular tasks at home are not getting done. We're not even cooking a delicious meal for ourselves. And you can be home alone, and it doesn't matter how much food you have in the refrigerator. A lot of times we buy healthy food, but it gets spoiled because we don't cook it. We are too busy. And or when we go to try to grab something to eat, we are too hungry. So we just eat whatever is easier to pick, whatever is ready to eat, whatever is faster to heat up, because we don't feel like we have energy to prep anything. And that's what makes us overweight many times. And other times it makes our body functions not to work properly because we lack nutrients, or we lack rest. And it can go both ways. We are not healthy. We're either not eating enough, resting enough, or we're not eating enough nutritionist food, or we are not even eating food that supports our energy. And when we are so tired, we don't want to do anything. And you can be home all day and you can just be tired. You don't feel like picking up anything. So what can we do about that? We need to spend a little bit more time in preparing meals for ourselves and take care of our body. Because if we do that, there is a possibility that if a sickness comes around, we're gonna get well faster than if we don't take care of our body, if we don't eat when we're hungry. And I understand errands. I was out earlier doing some shopping, and I was hungry and I couldn't eat because there was no restaurants in my plan to go. It was just stores. I was looking for items that I needed, and I realized that I was hungry, and it's not safe to drive when you're hungry. It's not safe to do tasks that require attention. and that require movement, that require you to be aware of situations because accidents happen. And that's what happens when we don't eat. Our brain, it starts to debilitate in our body as well. So our responses are slower to situations. So it is important that we take the time to take care of ourselves. And if you don't have food prepared, um, take something with you. If you're able to eat nuts, some peanuts, or some dry seeds, granola bars, those snacks that are easy to eat, you can take fruit in a Ziploc bag or in a little container. It's already cut and ready for you to eat. Even if you're driving, you can open the container on a stoplight and eat at least a couple bites. Grab an apple, a banana. Those are very easy that just grab and eat because it's not healthy for us to be doing activities with an empty stomach. An empty stomach doesn't allow the brain to function properly. Unless it's a survival situation, then it doesn't matter if we haven't eaten for 3 days, we're still able to run. But many times in life, that is not the situation. It's simply life, and we are not functioning at our best because we're not taking the time to even eat and to try to remember how many hours you slept last time. And maybe it would be a good idea to put your cell phone in where the ringtone is silent. Because many times, with all the notifications that we get, it is annoying. And when you're tired, like you don't want to hear it, but those are interruptions that don't let you rest. So it is a possibility that we can age quicker because we're not resting enough and we're paying too much attention to notifications that are not urgent. If an email came in, and a lot of them are just promotions, advertisings, free webinars, there are many of those. You can always take another one. And a lot of it is just people who got your email and they're constantly sending you messages. But those are distracting, and those take away your rest. And also notifications on social media. Maybe it would be good to find out how to mute them. Maybe find where can you mute them. And when you get the notifications, like from Facebook, there are three dots at the end of the notification. And if you click on that, you have an option where it says mute notifications from this post. And or also you can choose not to be notified to not to get notified about that group or that person. Or you can when you have friends that you don't want to see what they post, you can click on unfollow on the friendship, so they are still your friends, but you're not following what they posting. And I have done that in the past where people will post about something that I wasn't interested, like those posts that are called memes, that where people makes fun of things or they say it in a way that is like common, but it's not necessarily in an educated way. It's making fun of others or is making fun of the situation. But I understand the need for connection that these people have, but I feel it's a waste of your social media because you could probably be posting something positive or something that can give a message to someone or something that could possibly be helpful. So if you want to be someone who is resourceful when they need help on a specific topic, they will go and find your page. They are not going to go and find the page of a person who is partying, getting drunk, or putting posts where it's just humor without a purpose. It's just humor for entertaining purposes, but it's not positive. It doesn't really illustrate a point. It's just, and sometimes it's just gossiping. It's just different points of views, but it's um, it's just things that people say that don't need to be reminded of. We don't need to be reminded of those kind of ways of looking at life. and a lot of times are aggressive ways and discriminating ways of seeing things and attacking each other, attacking different sexes, different sexual preferences, different ages, different backgrounds, different cultures. So I don't see the need for it. If you are someone who posts stuff like that, think about changing the theme on your page and change it to something positive where people can actually come and look at your page, or they're able to scroll to see what else you posted a month ago or a year ago. It's very easy to scroll. We're all used to that. Like even when you're, I don't know if you ever picked up a book and you read it. It's like you're done with the page and it's like instantly, like you're doing the movement with your hands like that, like you're scrolling, but you realize it's a book and you can't do that. You have to flip the page. So it's different. So we get into these habits of doing things in a way, and then we kind of try to manage everything else around that. And even when our kids or someone that we love is telling you something you don't want to hear, you kind of want to, tell them be mute or not hear it. And we are getting so accustomed to um, technology that it's just a way that is gonna definitely have an impact in our health, in our brain, in our way of developing things if we don't use it for a healthy purpose, if we don't use it in a way where it helps someone else, and if we're not conscious of our time on social media as well. And talking about that, I'm gonna end the video so you don't have to spend more time watching it. Thank you for watching. So today is the 13th, 12 days until Christmas. It's getting close. How are you feeling? What are you doing? And what can you do today to feel better, to possibly help someone and be able to feel the joy of Christmas? I love you. Thank you for watching.